1 minute, please.
Sir, we are live. Sir, we are
This,
live.
yes, this debate has been categorized into three parts. 20 marks for presentation, 20 marks for content, and 10 marks for confidence. Okay? 20 marks for presentation, 20 marks for content, and 10 marks for the confidence level you are showing. Okay? This is how you can present. Okay?
Thank you so much, sir. With the permission,
Okay.
can
Your voice is not clear. Test your mic.
Asfa Khan to initiate.
I audible?
Okay, okay. Start.
इतनी सी बात हवाओं को बताए रखना, बस इतनी सी बात हवाओं को बताए रखना, रोशनी होगी चिरागों को जलाए रखना, लहू देकर की है जिसकी हिफाजत इन शहीदों ने, ऐसे तिरंगे को अपने दिल में बसाए रखना.
Hello and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to this absolutely wonderful, beautiful, and auspicious day that brings together so many special people like you. I am Asfa Khan along with my co host Yashaswini Mandhyan, and today we have the pleasure of being your host this day.
On this memorable day, it is our unique privilege to extend a very cordial welcome to our esteemed judges, Dr. H.M. Arif, Head of the Department, Dr. Musleen Jahan, Assistant Professor, Dr. Arina Nazanin, Assistant Professor and our Program Coordinator. We welcome you all. So without further ado, I would like to begin with our first participant, Asfa Khan, BA Honours English, third year. Asfa, put your mic on, please.
Saluting India, where each bud blooms in its true colors, where each day is celebration of unity, harmony, and synthesis. With these lines, I, Miss Asfa Khan, extends my warm greetings to you all. Independence of India as we celebrate with joy and fervor. We also need to pay tribute to those who fought tirelessly to achieve the freedom and those who shaped its destiny with vision and wisdom. Today, it's our 75th Independence Day, and we should feel proud to be a part of an independent nation. As we know that India is known as a melting pot of cultures and traditions, and the people of India hold a shared equanimity themselves which preserves humanity. Standing as the sixth largest economy of the world, occupying the fourth place in military, eighth in terms of information technology, India has come a long way since independence of 1947. Twice invaded by foreigners, ripped off its wealthy glory, facing the agony of partition, punctured by numerous anti-national elements, yet standing strong in the faces of all, and that's India for the world. Today, our mind is without fear and our heads are held up high in the sky. Not only did we free ourselves from colonialism, but we also rejuvenated our nation and brought India back with a revolution. Our leader and their invaluable struggle to free India from the shackles of injustice had been an inspiration for all of us as an epitome of courage and bravery. The values and practices that India holds in its ancient culture had been an example set for all of us. As a fast developing economy, India is the top leading countries in past 75 years. But there are many challenges which needs a permanent solution. As without the solution, it is very difficult for India to become a developed country. We need to come together to develop a nation of harmony, peace, and development. We need to build a legacy that is free from prejudice and corruption. A preamble of the Constitution says, "We the people," not I, the judge, journey from I to we, to my mind, is a journey of triumph, of progress, and advancement. Let us all strive to be on this journey. We are faced with the challenges of inequality and the escalating rift between the privileged and the non privileged. This widening gap needs to be narrowed so that the spirit of New India can truly be a source of inspiration for every citizen of the nation. We need to sensitize ourselves towards the real problems of our country. We need to develop empathy and believe in the power of unity. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Asfa. It was nice listening to you. Now we welcome our next participant, Karishma Ashraf, for her speech. Till Karishma joins, I'd like to tell you about Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav on which with, on which we are celebrating it. Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the government of India to celebrate and 5 years to celebrate and 5 years. This Mahotsav is dedicated to the people of India who have not only been thus far of India who have also had
यार अब वो चिल्लाना विल्लाना मत, हम जा रहे थे नहीं, ठीक है.
Someone's mic is open, that's why the voice is open. That's why the voice is open.
I think Karishma's
mic.
mic.
Karishma Ashraf. Put your camera on and
So good morning, ma'am and teachers.
Okay, good morning. Now, Karishma, you can start your debate.
So good morning, respected principal and honorable chief guest. So and teacher and my dear friends, and I am standing in front of you to deliver a speech on 75 Independence Day. So as we got independence from the British in 1947 by our freedom fighter like Tilak Gangadhar, Bal Gangadhar Tilak Gandhiji and Jawaharlal Nehru, and all Indians, irrespective of caste and religions, should live with unite and strive for the development of our country. And patriotism is something that comes from the heart. Patriotism is supporting once our country. So, it's not just waving the flag, and that's the courage to protect our country for the immense it needed. As John's K. Finney said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for our country. And last but not the least, our flag is not flying because the wind move it, it fly with the sacrifice of a country freedom fighter. So that's all, man.
Karishma,
जी मैम.
Yes, Yashaswini, please carry on. Or whose turn is there? Please carry on. Who is the next participant?
Karishma, please mute yourself.
No. Call the name. Who is the next participant? Host, please clarify it.
Gargi Chaurasia, are you there? Gargi
No,
Chaurasia, please join.
she is not there in the stream.
Yashaswini, you may call the next participant. Guard is not available. You may call the next participant.
Khalida, you can start your presentation with your introduction. Put your camera and mic both on. Khalid Khan.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Good morning to all of you present here. I am Khalid Khan from Law Department. Topic of 75 years of independence and challenges ahead. August 15, 2022 marks the 75th Independence Day of India. The independence movement began during World War I and was led by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. On August 15, 1947, India got its freedom. From the time, the country's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal unfurled the Indian flag at the Red Fort. India has been marching on, intent on continuing its terrace with destiny. Independent India was bequeathed a ravaged economy, pervasive illiteracy, and grinding poverty. Since independence, India has witnessed many changes, fluctuations in the political and socio-economic landscape, undergoing the excruciating experience of partition, ravaged by the war with China and Pakistan, devastated by religious fundamentalism, linguistic extremism, community skirmishes, yet standing strong in the face of all. And that's India for the world. A country that today comes across as a strong, powerful, and the developing nation has achieved and lost so many things in its journey from 1947 to 2021. Poverty, hunger, inequality, rural distress, farmer suicide, and unemployment are major problems plaguing the entire nation today. Some important achievements were that we have the greatest number of languages spoken in any one nation. 29 languages are spoken in India by more than 1 million people each. The incontrovertible aspect of Indian culture is the unity in diversity. India is among the handful of countries with the fundamental rights to information achieved in UPA rule. India is the world's largest democracy and the popular world because of its secular, credential, and socialistic nature. It is the only country in Asia that has remained democratic ever since it attained its independence from British rule. India is the only nation in the world that gave every adult the right to suffrage from its first day under Nehru. The success of the parliamentary form of government, rule of law, and the people's faith in the democratic process are the biggest achievements of independent India. The economic history of India is the story of India's evolution from a largely agricultural and trading society to a mixed economy of manufacturing and service. Though majority still survives on agriculture, the policy of mixed economy with public sector demanding the commanding height of the economy during Nehru regime led to the establishment of many industries and progress of the nation. Roorkela steel plant, the first in the public sector, was set up with Germany help. India is the second largest producer of sugar cane in the world and the largest producer of cotton. India is also the largest exporter of beef in the world. India's literacy rate at the time of independence was mere 18%. As per NSO, the literacy rate was 77.7% in 2016 and 17. However, for dreaded disease treatment, we have to visit foreign countries. The privilege is available to a few only. We have the lowest internet speed despite the Digital India program by the current government. Growth has been accelerated, but still hunger and poverty loom large in India. There is no meaning of growth if it does not lead to development. While development is the goal, economic growth is the medium to achieve that goal. Though the country could make much headway with respect to GDP and the number of richest Indians, it could not bring up the human side of the development. The decline in health and educational expenditure has resulted in decline in development despite high growth. Out of 189 countries, India has ranked assembly at 131 on the Human Development Index 2020 prepared by the UNDP. India has been ranked 139 out of 149 countries in the list of UN World Happiness Report 2021. Pakistan is happier being placed at 105. According to the 15th edition of Global Peace Index released by the Institute of Economics and Peace, India has been ranked 135 out of 163 countries, which specifies low state of peace. To celebrate 75 years of independence and commemorate its Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the Government of India has called upon people to submit videos of them signing the national anthem. The Union Home Ministry has issued instructions to the states and union territories to follow necessary preventive measures while organizing the Independence Day celebrations. But in reality, confining Independence Day to some celebration does not make any sense. Real freedom is necessary. Freedom from hunger, poverty, inequality, slavery, mentality, and discrimination are needed of the hour. According to B.R. Ambedkar, freedom of mind is the real freedom. A person whose mind is not free, though he may not be in chains, is a slave, not a free man. One whose mind is not free, though he may not be in prison, is a prisoner and not a free man. One whose mind is not free, though alive, is no better than dead. Freedom of mind is the proof of one's existence, but under present regime, atmosphere has been created to kill independent thinking, suppress dissent. There is growing mistrust between rural and the people. Hatred is created against dissenters. People's minds are enslaved. In records, people enjoy freedom but practically not free to express own feelings, thoughts, emotions if it exposes the failures of ruling class. Media is subverted through allurement of advertisement or real threat and lost its independence. Present politicians speak about sacrifices of freedom fighters to drive opposite in life. The mainstream India no longer represents the voice of voiceless. There is decline human freedom in India. India is ranked 111th out of 162 countries in the Human Freedom Index, report released by the Cato Institute. Time is to take a step and create mass consciousness to sustain our hard-earned freedom. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Khalida. A wonderful speech given by you. Now we welcome our next participant, Gargi Chaurasia. You're welcome.
Yashaswini, put your camera on at the time of speaking. Gargi, you are not visible. I am just taking you in the stream.
Am I visible?
Yes, now you are visible.
Okay.
You can start
So
your
a
presentation
very
with your
glorious,
introduction.
okay. A very glorious morning to respected judiciary members, respected event coordinators, and dear audience. I am Gadgi Chaurasia from Department of Agriculture, present here to once again remind the sacrifices, revolutions, and promises that we have once made. I am commencing my speech with Rahat Indori Sahab's words. हम अपनी जान के दुश्मन को अपनी जान कहते हैं हम अपनी जान के दुश्मन को अपनी जान कहते हैं मोहब्बत की इसी मिट्टी को हिंदुस्तान कहते हैं As we all know, India will mark its 75th of independence on August 15, 2022, a milestone in the country's long journey since it gained independence from British rule in 1947. The Independence Day of India, which is celebrated religiously throughout the country on August 15 every year, it holds tremendous ground in the list of national days. India is celebrating 75 years of independence and last 75 years of Indian freedom has an adventurous journey as a nation. India's struggle of independence is started in 1857 with mutiny of Meerut. India was once called Sone ki Chidiya, which means that we have abundant resources. Our land was productive. We have ample of minerals and rocks. We were home to the largest spice market. We also have a productive human workforce. This made the British government capture our country and use it for our own benefits. In this struggle, many were wounded, many were shot, and that's how the freedom was got. Under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, the Indian National Congress launched the Quit India movement, demanding an end to the British rule during the Second World War. As India enters the 75th year of its freedom, the Government of India will organize series of events. Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of independence and the glorious history of its people, culture, and achievements. It was launched 75 weeks before August 2022, that is 12 March 2021, as a countdown of 75th anniversary of independence until to the August 2023. Today, India has become the global hub for information technology services, has a thriving space program. It is the third military spender in the world and has substantially reduced its poverty. But regarding development, I believe that development should not be judged or seen by face value, but by place value. India is still labeled as developing country such after 75 years of independence. The speed of development in our country is less as compared to other countries. Last 75 years of independence have been full of challenges and there will be challenges. But what is important is that we must continue to strive towards excellence while ensuring inclusiveness and sustainability. Jawaharlal Nehru once said, Ask not what your country do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. One of the biggest challenge of our country is corruption. And today it is growing day by day and eating the progress of India like a termite. In corruption, India ranks 86 out of 180 countries. Apart from this, the unproductive population and illiterate population is also the serious issue. Right now, India's population is 1.40 billion. The unemployment leads to unproductive population. Most of our country youths are unemployed. In 2022, the rate of unemployment is 7.80%, and the Indian literacy rate is 77.7%. The reason for this low literacy rate is parents' low income, the mentality of not educating a girl child, child laboring, and living below the poverty line. India is a secular country, but at current in India, people are not working for country; they are working for themselves. They don't want the country to be successful. They just want their caste, religion, or only themselves to be successful instead of working for their country. It is the lack, basically, it is the lack of unity in our country. ये कैसी आजादी है? हर तरफ बर्बादी है, कहीं दंगे तो कहीं फसाद है, कहीं जात पात तो कहीं छुआछूत की बीमारी है, हर जगह नफरत ही नफरत है, तो कहीं दहशत के अंगारे हैं, क्या नेता क्या वर्दी वाले सब इसके भागीदार हैं. Well, that may be beyond us, but as long as there are tears and suffering, so long our work will not be over. We are the citizens of great country, and so we have to labor and to work hard to become the reality to our dreams, nation's dream. I end my speech by paying tribute and respect to the revolutionaries. I salute the India and the tradition of courage and bravery of the Indian soldiers. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Gadi. We welcome our next participant, Mariam Fatima. Mariam, you are welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Should I start?
Yes, you can start.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mariam Fatma from Department of Languages, and I would like to present myself on the topic 75 years of independence and challenges ahead. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of independence and glorious history of its people and culture. What have we achieved in 75 years of independence? In the last 7.5 decades, India achieved remarkable development in agriculture, heavy industry, irrigation, energy production, biotechnology, oceanography, and science education and research. Today, India is IT superpower, has the largest scientific manpower and the largest railway network in the world. The new look India is all poised for a giant leap forward in science and technology. The biggest challenges before independent India were poverty, unemployment, industrialization, massive population, national integration, most of which are still a challenge for us to achieve. The social problems like poverty, unemployment, population growth, illiteracy, etc., are still there. Even if we achieved a lot in industrialization and technology, corruption is the major and most dangerous problem India is facing from pre-independence period too. It has been ranked among 30 most corrupt countries in the world. So, for any development to be made, corruption is to be tackled and measures is to be taken for it at the earliest. In these past years, India has made its own mark in almost every field. For a country with huge diversity in culture, language, religion, etc., is not easy to achieve this progress, and the credit for this goes to our national leaders who, from very beginning, sowed the seed of oneness and emphasized unity, the major strength India has. To conclude, I would like to say while there is much to be proved as in our record of the past 75 years, the unfinished agenda should be made humble, should make us humble and energize us to work together. The emerging challenges in our nation and globally should make us firm in our resolve and to be united and to cooperate. Thank you.
Thank you, Mariam. Now, I would like to call our next participant, Rakesh. Rakesh, are you there?
Yes, Rakesh is there in the stream. He is just joining. Yes, Rakesh, now you can proceed
Okay, ma'am. Namaskar, one and
with
all
your
present here.
introduction.
Yes, ma'am. Can I start?
Yes, you can
Yes,
start.
please.
So, namaskar, everyone. My name is Rakesh Kumar Yadav. I am from Agriculture Department of Integral University. I'm going to give my speech uh, on Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Independence Day is a festival of freedom for us. This war made possible by generations of freedom fighters. Some known, many unknown. They made great sacrifices. Today, you and I breathe under the free skies thanks to their heroic deeds. I bow in respect to the pious memory of those brave martyrs. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav means the exile of the energy of freedom. It means the nectar of inspirations, the nectar of freedom, the nectar of ideas, the nectar of resolutions, the nectar of self-resilience. India faced lots of problems and lots of challenges in the time of freedom fighting and after the independence also. But now the world looks up at the miracle of India, how home to the plurality of traditions and yet the biggest and most vibrant democracy. India has raised his flag in lots of fields, like in sports, in defense, and there are many such more fields where India is get their positions. In recently concluded Tokyo Olympics, our sports persons have brought laurels to the nations and the stellar performance. India has won the highest number of medals in the 121 years of participation in the Olympics. Our daughters have achieved world-class excellence in playgrounds or overcoming adversities. Not only in the sports, there are several more opportunities for the women. Like we know that in our defense system, defense in NDA, which is National Defense Academy, it is open for now women also. So the government has opened the women's for give opportunity to the women to give their chance to in armed forces also. Not only armed forces, women are in all walks of life. For higher educational institutions to armed forces, from laboratories to playground, our daughters are making their mark. But after the 75 years of independence, India is now also India is still suffering from several issues like literacy, communalism, regionalism, population growth, corruptions, social issues. There are lots of issues which we have to deal with and we have to overcome with it. Like communalism, it is a kind of terrorism which cause negative impact on civilized society and government. Terrorism is a political tactic which creates of complexities and glorifies the ideology of terrorism. Such as the based on religious, political, ideological goal causing heavy physiological impact. In short, communalism in India is a menace which is capable to dispute the unity and integrity of our system. It propagates hate philosophy among the religious group. It spreads with the underbridge accusations, insults, and even physical combat among the religions group. National feelings above the secretions thoughts are very essential to combat communalisms, legal system, equal treatment of all the citizens, practice of secularism in all aspects of public life, etc. There are one on challenges we are facing our India nowadays. It is unemployment. Unemployment is a situation where person does not find a work in accordance to his capacity and or qualification. India has huge population and both the huge population and improved technology are considered as the two reasons for unemployment because machineries and technologies are reducing the work of humans. So it is creating the unemployment. The part of this shortage, our natural resources over dependency of agriculture, ruined cotton industries, and lack of skilled laborers, education, unemployment has become a huge problem. uh, After there are several lots of problems like corruptions if you talk about the corruptions in other social level, it is another social level in which public life of India. Now the only society of corruption means offering bribe to the following any other illegal means achieve some legal benefits. So India have to suffer face there are com- uh, lots of challenges which we have to tackle from this and we have to work on it. uh, in the conclusion, I would like to say after the independence have the India has successfully work and fight with the polio avoidance and space and technology, gender equality, and there are several other fields which we India has fighting. But the corruptions and communalisms, regionalisms, there are several topics which we have to deal with it, which is that's the reasons why India is developing, not a developed country. In conclusion, I would like to say after the independence, India has successfully faced the problems like poverty, population explosion, unemployment. Even through we had success, still we had to reach our goal. We have to reach our goal. We have to make our India proud. We have to make our developed country. So we have to work on it, work hard on it, keep loyal to our country, give loyal to our country. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Rakesh. It was wonderful. So now we have our next participant.
We have our next participant, Hashim. Hashim, are you there?
Rakesh, please leave the session. Rakesh, you are advised to leave the session so that next participant could enter. Now Hashim is on the stream. Put your camera and mic on.
Okay, good morning all. Am I audible?
Yes, Hashim, put your camera on.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
You are
Hello.
audible, but you need to speak so loud.
Okay, ma'am. It's low. And just give me 2 minutes, ma'am. I'll just fix this.
Your voice is not clear.
And just give me 1 or 2 minutes. I'll just fix this. Voice is
Okay.
low.
Okay.
Is it fine now? Okay. I express my sincere greetings before the distinguished juries, teachers, and my dear fellow mates. I, Mohammed Hashim, from the Department of Pharmacy, take a stance for the motion of given topic for today's debate that in my views, challenges does exist in the future of India, though it has been 75 years of independence. In these 75 years, India's growth story has been impressive, from agricultural production to nuclear and space technology, from affordable healthcare to world-class educational institutions, and from Ayurveda to many other streams, to biotechnology, like from giant steel plants to becoming an IT power and having the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. India's Independence Day is significant as it stands as a reminder of the sacrifices that many freedom fighters have fought, and India's birth as an independent nation through a non-violent freedom movement led by Mahatma Gandhi and other great leaders was indeed unique. The establishment of vibrant democratic polity by our founding fathers and mothers, and the strengthening of those democratic values over the last 7.5 decades has been one of the India's greatest achievements. First, the credit of restoring peace in the country goes to our Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who efficiently tackled this problem by using media to spread messages of peace, and also he deployed army where the situations were serious. Second, getting India into consolidated was not a simple task, as many princely states wanted to be independent, but Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, with his great abilities, able to convince all the states to join Indian Federation, which even involved at times to take up military help. And third, framing of constitution that took long time to get framed, taking into consideration all aspects that suits India needs, incorporating the aspects needed for a holistic development of a country. Fourthly, at the time of independence, there was a cold war between the superpowers of world, and it became a puzzle before the country as to which side it has to take. But again, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, in view not to take any side, he came up with a plan of non-alignment, which set another example of our peace, loving, and having friendly relations with all the countries. Last but not least was the domestic social problems of unemployment, illiteracy, self-sufficiency, poverty, poor health, communal disharmony, etc., which were all to be dealt with the same urgency. And still, even after the 75 year of independence, India faces and poses a major challenge to the people and the citizens of this country, the challenges of these factors. The most important challenge we face right now is soil degradation. We are heading to a place where our food and water scarcity are reaching a dangerous point. A good life comes not because of wealth, but because of clean water, clean air, and nutritious food. These things are severely threatened by soil degradation, and this is the most important aspect that we need to address. Corruption Corruption is that factor which has been heard since a long time immemorial. The people and nearly every citizen of India here and there somewhat faces this problem, and it's a major and most dangerous problem India is facing from pre-independence period too. India ranks 83rd in corrupted nations, being placed among the 30th most corrupt countries of the world. So far, any development to be made first, corruption to be tackled, and measures to be taken for it at the earliest. Social problems like, as I had mentioned, poverty, unemployment, population growth, illiteracy, etc., they are still there even after the 60 years or 75 years. Though we are able to bring the rates a little lower, but the way of development is still so long. The measures to tackle challenges, India, along with several nations at the United Nations, it pledged to remove the poverty, unemployment, and improve its health and other conditions people by 2015. To achieve this target, every India has role to play effectively. Several experts have given their views to tackle the above set challenges. The first and foremost is the report of National Knowledge Commission headed by Sam Petroda, and creating awareness and educating people about several issues like literacy and health, participation, abolition of child marriages, child labor, etc. Unless people know about the effects of these issues clearly, it is difficult to tackle them. So government should be more accountable and responsible to the people, and they should frame some policies and they should frame some rules as to enhance the living condition of people as whole. So political tricks should not be played to grab the vote bank. Policies should be more realistic and practical in achievement. Bureaucracy should put in sincere efforts and be more efficient in implementing the plans and the policies of the government set very responsibly. So, in conclusion, would like to say that in these 60 years, India has made its own mark in almost every field. For a country with huge diversities in culture, language, etc., it is not easy to achieve this progress, and the credit for this goes to our national leaders who, from the very beginning, they sowed the seeds of oneness and emphasized unity as the major strength India has. Let us all hope that the dream of our former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam of a developed India by 2020 will come true, and since 2020 has passed, it will come true in the for upcoming year, and we all should realize our own responsibilities and part to make this. To conclude, the quotes of Dr. Manmohan Singh on the completion of India's 35 years is perhaps the effective one. Dr. Singh has said, while there is much to be proud in our record of the past years, the unfinished agenda should make us humble and energize us to work together. The emerging challenges at home and globally should make us firm in our resolve to be united and to be cooperative. That's all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you, Hashim. Now we have our next participant, Sayed Rahila. Rahila, please join.
Asfa, I think Raila is not there in the stream. So try to call the one who is urgently required to be the part of this. Alia, Hisham, and Dr. Naseem Ahmed is there in the stream.
Alia, our next participant, Alia, are you there?
Alia is here, yes. She is just about to join. Alia, put your camera and mic on and start your session.
Ma'am, I'm audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so good morning, one and all present here. I'm Alia from BTech Biotechnology Department of Bioengineering. And here I go. A long freedom struggle and the sacrifice of millions over decades finally led us to independence on 15th August 1947. What a remarkable journey it was under the leadership of Mahatma for striving for its own freedom. Celebrating its 75th independence, India showed the world the path of non-violent resistance and resilience. Indians finally had the sovereign right to decide their own destiny. Its independence also inspired freedom struggles, especially in Africa, inaugurating an era of decolonization across the globe. In these 75 years, India's growth story has been absolutely remarkable, from agriculture production to nuclear and space and technology, from affordable healthcare to world-class education institution, from winning 3 medals in its first Commonwealth Game to winning 61 medals in 2022 Commonwealth Game, from Ayurveda to biotechnology, from giant steel plants to becoming IT power and having the 3 largest startup ecosystem in the world. The achievements of independent India are aplenty. The India of 2022 is a confident nation with a modern outlook and a firm belief in Vasudev Kutumbakam. Given India has a great diversity in terms of geography, language, religion, culture, and ethnicity, the country's journey toward the development, prosperity, and stability is a story of inspiration for all. But along with all these, there was a clear recognition that the independence came with tremendous challenges and responsibility. Independent India has to face many problems like illiteracy, corruption, status of women, poverty, gender discrimination, untouchability, religiosism, communalism, etc. It took India 75 years to have accomplished these challenges halfway, while the other half is still miles to go. The expert opined that the matter of treating India as a developed nation will remain a debate for the time being. Socioeconomic indicators suggest that India is far behind from qualifying for any such tag. With an education system that seems to produce scholars who are only keen to apply their expertise in foreign soil, lead India with no growth and development, while the other part of the youth are still deprived of education, which is drastically increasing the unemployment in the country because education is directly proportional to the unemployment. This is not only the end. The overwhelming poverty of India has made its economic growth patchy, and thus economy of India shakes as compared to the other developed nation. The difference among people on the basis of their religion still questions the social harmony and peace and pushes us backward rather than making progress as a united nation. The other challenges of India includes healthcare system. As we all know, the condition of India during pandemic. An improper healthcare system led to loss of so many citizens of the nation. India has also to work upon its infrastructure that provide world-class facilities, be it in sport, education, hospital, etc. It's a matter of fact that never has an Olympic been hosted by India just because of its infrastructure. A woman faces insecurity and unsafety every day. We need to have proper safety regulation for them, which make them feel secure in their own motherland. And the list of the challenges which India faces continues, be it corruption or the differences among the people or the economy, the growth, and so on. But since there is always a silver lining in the black cloud, and amid these challenges, as India rules in 75 years of independence, let us remember that a lot more still remains to be achieved before we can truly claim our nation to be liberated and independent. I'd like to conclude my speech with जब इतना खोजने के बाद हमें आज़ादी मिली तो आज़ादी ने हमसे पूछा अब क्या खोजोगे और हमने कहा हमें खोज है एक ऐसे कल की जिसे हम खुद लिखें जिसमें सपनों की कोई सीमा ना हो और कोई कदम धीमा ना हो एक ऐसा कल जो हरा हो सपनों से भरा हो जिसमें हम दुनिया को जाने और दुनिया हमें सुनहरा उज्जवल ऐसा एक कल 75 साल 140 करोड़ हिंदुस्तानी और अनगिनत सपने आइए मिलके जश्न मनाएं भारत की इस उड़ान का जय हिंद जय भारत
Thank you. Now we have Adamya Pratap Singh. Adamya Pratap Singh, are you there?
Adamya Pratap Singh is not there in the stream. Is there any student, any participant, Muhammad Asrar? Asfa, please reply. Is there any
No,
participant with the name Muhammad Asrar?
no, ma'am.
Okay, so Hina B is joining. Call
Rahila
her.
is Sayyid Rahila is there?
Sayyid Raila is. No, she is not there.
Okay, Hina B,
Yeah, Hinabi is going to join.
please start.
And challenges ahead. So, Har Ghar Tiranga, let's celebrate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in India. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the government of India to celebrate 75 years of independence. And here is 75 years ago uh, we got freedom in India. On 75 years ago, on August 1947, India gained its independence. The law declared that British rule in India ended on August 15, 1947, and our first Prime Minister, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, addresses the nation the Indian tricolor from Red Fort. It is the achievement of India that without any bloodshed, it achieved freedom and recorded as an important milestone in the world history. It can be termed as the bloodshed revolution. But after independence, India had to face many problems like illiteracy, corruption, the status of women, poverty, gender discrimination, untouchability, and regionalism, etc. So there are so many problems which were the great obstacles for economic growth of India, but it still is successfully faced all these problems and achieved success in science and technology, space, etc. Now, India became the most shining star in the world today. India has established relations with the world powers such as Great Britain and the European Union, Japan, Russia, and the United States. It was a celebration of the spirit of the freedom struggle and a reflection of a sense of sacrifice. In this round of progress, India's standing in the international arena has increased. Now, the present economic growth of India, the faster growing, and now India is the most advanced country and performing strongly. It is economy is also second largest in the world. So thank you.
Thank you, Hina. Uh,
Thank you, ma'am.
Adamya Pratap Singh, are you there? Next participant, Adamya Pratap Singh. Ma'am, is Adamya there? Or should I call out next?
Nadam is not here. You can call the next one.
Okay, Rahila, is Rahila there?
Someone has just joined, but the name is not mentioned there.
Adamya must
One
be.
second. One second. I am just. No, no one is here.
Now I would call out Yashaswini Mandhyan. Yashaswini, over to you.
Thank you so much, Anushka. I'll start. Where without freedom, the head is held high. Where the
Yashaswini,
mind
your voice is not clear.
is.
Check your mic, please.
Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
I think
Where
Raila is here in the group, so let her give a chance to speak first. You can call the name of the Rahila.
Rahila, Sayed Rahila, please start if you are there.
Yes. Ma'am, I'm audible now?
Yes, you are.
Good morning, all of you. My name is Sayyed Raila Qazi. And can I start?
Yes, yes, start.
Yeah. As an Indian citizen, we should thank our Prime Minister, Honorable Mr. Narendra Modi, that he gave us a platform to speak about our country and gave us an opportunity to show our patriotism. So I started my speech from quote of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Azadi Amrit Mahotsav means elixir of energy of independence, and elixir of inspirations of the warriors of freedom struggle, and elixir of new ideas and pledges, and elixir of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Therefore, this Mahotsav is a festival of awakening of the nations, festival of fulfilling the dream of good governance, and the festival of global peace and development. Yes, we know that this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is a government of Indian initiative, but this is a festival of in like an Indian citizen. This is a festival for myself, just like Diwali and Eid, and we celebrate like this. And Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is initiative of the government of India to honor and celebrate 75 years of advanced India and magnificent history of its culture, people and accomplishment. This Mahotsav remains dedicated to Indian people who have not only thus far in its development journey and who hold the potential to facilitate and who hold the potential to facilitate Prime Minister Modi's dream of triggering India 2.0 pulled by the vibrancy of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is celebrated to pay homage to India's freedom movement and freedom fighters. In addition, during this celebration, the country will remember all the significant landmarks during the India's independence movement. India will gain new power uh, for the future growth, and Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav remains an excellier of the value of freedom. India is not only a country, India is not only a country, but it is a field of humanity. Thank you so much. I am very happy to show that I am an independent girl to a independent country. And thank you so much, uh, and thank you so much, all of you, integral team, and who gave me a chance to speak in this platform. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rahila. Now I would like to call again Adamya Pratap Singh. He missed his chance. I'm trying to give him another chance. Ma'am, is he there? Adamya Pratap Singh.
Adamya Pratap Singh is not there in the stream. Still, we are waiting for him.
So, ma'am, should I call out our last participant?
Okay, now you can call. 1 second. Yeah, you can start it.
Okay. Yashaswini Mandyan. Please, you can start.
Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, and where knowledge is free. With these words of Sri Rabindranath Tagore ji, I wish everyone a very good afternoon. My name is Yashaswini Mandhyan, and I feel overwhelmed to get this opportunity to present my work in front of you all. Today, we are celebrating our 75th Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. We are having a great week for this. 75 long years after independence, I feel this is high time that we look back and feel proud of how beautifully we have come so far. Our beloved country India has proved its excellence in every field, be it science, technology, agriculture, sports, or the economy. Talking about science and technology, in the past 7 decades, India has built a number of satellites and sent probes to Moon and Mars, established nuclear power stations, acquired nuclear weapon capability, and successfully established Mars orbiter mission. Obviously, everyone knows about this. Talking about agriculture, today India has emerged as world's largest producer of milk, jute, pulses, and spices. Achievement of India and Indians in sports field is nothing to be talked about. Yesterday was the last day of Commonwealth Games, and everyone knows how it was raining golds and silvers. No words of appreciation could be enough for our athletes. And I think the most important is that we owe our freedom to our armed forces. Our soldiers sacrificed their lives for the protection of nation's pride. Obviously, these are some fabulous achievements of India so far. But thinking to an extent, India still is not fully independent. Physically, yes, we are free. But what about mental state? We still are slaves, slaves of Western culture. Why there are many who don't feel proud living in this country? Why people are running towards other nations? Why someone who speaks a foreign language or with a foreign accent is considered high class and those speaking their traditional language are considered uneducated? The answer is very clear. Our mind is still enslaved. What is the solution? We need to know the importance of our culture. We need to know the importance of our traditions. We need to be taught. At a time when other nations are following India, Indians are still imitating Western countries. We can take the example of nuclear families, obviously a Western culture. Indian culture gives importance to joint families where every member lives with peace and harmony, and children grow and learn in the shadow of blessings of our grandparents and learn through their experiences. These days, following Western tradition, we are living in nuclear families. Both parents are working and children have to live alone and no one to share their thoughts with. It's a long list of problems. There are many more challenges are being faced by the country, like poverty, corruption, which we still have to fight away to make our country really independent. These 75 years, we have made a long progress and we have a long way to go. And when we decide something, we can achieve anything. So I'll tell, let us take decision. Let us take decision to follow our constitution, and this will bring our nation at the first position. Thank you. And Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Yashaswini. So now we are winding up. With the appreciating ideas of all the participants, I mention my sincere sense of gratitude to everyone. I would like to place my hearty thanks to all the supporting members and the participants because of whom we made this event successful.
Now, I would like to request our esteemed judges to bless us with their golden words. So please, Dr. H.M. Arif, sir.
uh, Being a judge, it is an important task to judge because all of you have presented excellently with freedom of thought, freedom of expression, and way of presentation, okay, is a praiseworthy. So, as a judge, these are my words, and as a head of the department, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the organizers, Dr. Arina, and a special thanks to my beloved students, my sincere students, my hardworking students, Asfa, Yashashwani, for conducting successfully this event. Even today is the holiday, but all of you spared your time for giving the importance, okay, significance of the event. So special thanks to my students and my colleague Dr. Mursaleen Jahan, who is far and far away from us and enjoying her holidays in Rampur. Yet she spared her time for this important historic event. So these are my humble words, and accept, and really we enjoyed, and a special thanks to all participants who did their best, I think best level of confidence, content, presentations, all are praiseworthy. Hardly do I find words. So again, my sincere thanks to Dr. Arina, Dr. Mursaleen Jahan, and my beloved kids, Yashu and Asfa Khan. Really, you conducted and you showed the spirit of leadership, the spirit of anchorship. I am proud of you because you are my student. You are the gem of my department, and I hope you will be doing all these things. You will be okay in future. You will be supporting us. Thank you. Accept my sincere thanks and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. I request Dr.
Welcome,
Musi
welcome.
for your words, please.
Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Hafiz Mohammad Arif sir, head of our department, Dr. Arina Nazneen, the coordinator of this event, for providing me with this opportunity to judge this event and making me the part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And I also thank all the participants who have presented their ingenious views wonderfully, depicting a real picture of present India as well as future India, and also providing us with the solutions to fight for the problems. And if these are implemented, India will be a better place to live in. And I just want to give a message, a very short message, that the dignity of a tricolor, that is a national flag, lies in all its three colors. So we must pay due respect to all its three colors, that is saffron, white, and green, to maintain peace and harmony in our nation. Thank you with these words, and it was a really wonderful event, well coordinated by Dr. Arina Nasi. And the hosts are wonderfully played their role, giving justice to the event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Dr.
One second to make you stop for this. Dr. Naseem Ahmed sir is also there in the meeting with us. I just want to tell him to open his camera, to on his camera, if he is hearing us. Naseem sir, are you there? Yeah, be the part
Far,
of. We cannot forget the
far,
role of Naseem sir because he is
sorry, sir.
the program maker.
Sorry,
So
sir.
I think he should also be able
Sorry,
to say
sir.
something about this program.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Out of sight, out of mind.
Thank you,
I
sir.
forgot
Thank
your
you
name.
for
एंड
Thank you, sir,
आप
for
छुपते भी नहीं, आप छुपते भी नहीं, आते भी नहीं सामने.
thank you, sir, for providing me such a wonderful event. It was a really wonderful event organized by Dr. Arina Nath. Congratulate you
आवाज.
all. I must congratulate to you all for organizing such a wonderful event, and I also congratulate on the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Thank you, sir. Uh, only I want to say my message that आओ मिलकर इस दुखियारी दुनिया के दुख दूर करें. मैं झोंका बन जाऊं
Very good.
हवा का और बरसता बादल तुम. Thank you, sir.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for forgetting your name. Thank you.
So,
And let me tell you all that Dr. Nasim also has been very instrumental in organizing this event. He designed also and he supported Dr. Arina also. So thank you, Dr. Nasim.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful presence. I request Dr. Arina Nazani, coordinator, for her words. Ma'am, your mic is on mute. Kindly switch it on.
Thank you, Yashaswini and Asfa, for this opportunity to speak and to be the part of this program also. The program which is designed for, especially designed for Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. I want to say something about it. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of independence and the glorious history of its people, culture, and achievements. To commemorate the monumental occasion, the Department of Languages is honored to organize an online debate competition on the topic 75 years of independence and challenges ahead. In this context, I would also like to express my gratitude to Honorable Chancellor Professor S.W. Akhtar for providing us this rostrum for achieving academic excellence. My sincere appreciation for the efforts of Pro Chancellor Dr. Syed Nadeem Akhtar and Vice Chancellor Professor Javed Musarrat sir for initiating the online debate competition for the updation of knowledge of students and being a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. I would like to extend my gratitude to Professor Munawar Alam Khalid, Dean Student Welfare, for his untiring initiative to make this event a successful one. I'm also very thankful to Dr. H.M. Arif Nadvi, Head Department of Languages, for encouraging us and supporting us in organizing such interesting session. I'm exhibiting my special gratitude to Dr. Mursaleen Jahan, the respective judge of this program. She spared free time for us from her busy schedule to judge this program through this venture. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. How can I forget to appreciate the sincere efforts of our student coordinators, Ms. Asfa and Ms. Yashaswini, the star of the Department of Languages, to coordinate overall program with full zeal and enthusiasm. Thank you, Asfa and Yashaswini, for your support and coordination. At any time, whenever I just tried, I disturbed you a lot. Thank you for your participation, dear participants. You have shown your great zeal to participate on this events. And apart from this, I would also like to thank each and every person who is who is in any way is the part of this program. And one thing I want to announce to all participants that result will be declared very soon and intimated to you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your support and kindness.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so much
much, ma'am.
for this opportunity to be a part of.
Yashaswini, your voice is not clear, beta.
Thank you so
Speak it.
much. Am I audible?
Yeah, but there's a crack in your voice. Now speak it again.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So much, Dr. This event. And, thank you, ma'am.
Yashasri, your voice is creating problem. It's not clear.
Ma'am, kind your mic off, please. Yes. Am I audible now? I would really like to express my gratitude and respect to our honorable judges for their beautiful presence. My last and not the least, I thank my co-host Asfa Khan for her coordination. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you again to all of you. Thank you. Have a nice day.